What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon Kindle and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below as usual. This video is entitled We're All Joe Jackson and Dame Dash. Let's start with Joe Jackson. These brothers are proxies for stereotypes of us. Joe Jackson saw greatness in his children. Went from working, I think, in a steel mill to basically guiding his family into, if you collectively look at all of them together, $1 billion family. And $1 billion family in the entertainment business. But ultimately, what is he looked at? He beat his kids. That's how people want to sum Joe Jackson up. Joe Jackson basically, took these kids from a small house in Gary, Indiana that, I think when some of the Jacksons have to go back and they're like, wow, this is where we grew up. And look at where we live now. They can't even, it's two completely different worlds. But people try to look at Joe Jackson like, he used and abused and pimped his kids. Now, ironically, the same disrespect people give Joe Jackson for quote unquote using and pimping his kids, he's looked at on a he had been looked at on a lower than the Kardashians' mother. Oh, she's smart for pimping her kids. Just saying. The other thing, he was married for a very long time. What is he known for? What do people bring up? Not that he was married to Catherine a very long time. Was he had a baby out of wedlock. Outside the marriage, whatever you want to call it. Right. Now, if it wasn't for Joe Jackson, his kids, his grandkids, and his great-grandkids would not all be millionaires. So we're just going to skip over that like it's not an accomplishment. And we're going to look at him in the most negative sense. And this is what I mean. This is what a lot of black fathers deal with on a regular basis. When I'm not talking about the ones who need to be labeled as bad. You sit down and talk to a person that looks like me. As much as people get on camera talking crazy about Joe, you know what they'll say? I wish I had a dad like Joe Jackson. Hell, a dad that at a minimum will push me to $100 million. I can deal with that. Seems like good parenting to me. A lot of us got whippings, and our parents couldn't give us $100. You know what I'm saying? He pushed his kids to 9 figures. So we're all like Joe Jackson. It doesn't matter how, what our efforts accomplished. It's just what people want to demonize us as, vilify us as. You know what I mean? And that's unfortunate, but that's the reality. That's very much so the reality. And now that Joe Jackson has passed on, rest in peace, now people are going to find some way to respect what he did. You mean you didn't respect him for the last 40 years? Maybe 50 years, really. But now that he's dead, now y'all gonna say, man, damn, he accomplished some great things. What does that say? Y'all can't respect anything. You know, and y'all can't respect the father who did right by his kids. We're all we're all Dame Dash. I'm sorry. If some of y'all haven't seen, Dame Dash had to roll up on Lee Daniels, because he gave Lee Daniels $2 million, and then when Lee Daniels made money, he went ghost. You know, we're all Dame Dash because we've all had, as much as we don't say it, we all have seen good things in other people in our community and have invested in people in our community. And certain people like Lee Daniels will, take your hard-earned money and your belief in them and just stab you in the back and do what Lee Daniels did. Which is in front of a crowd of people. Act like, can we just talk about this later? I just want to look like, I'm going to keep a strong face even though I stole $2 million from you, or I ghosted you after I got your money, and I'm just going to sit here and act like, I'm going to be classy. You can't be classy if you stole that man $2 million, dog. Because you're looking for a way to play stupid and be on your high horse and hopes he snaps and slaps the taste out your mouth so you can play victim to the angry black man stereotype. This is why I say we all a Dame Dash. We've all been crossed by people who wronged us and who figured because we were black men, they were going to be able to get away with it scot-free. See, Lee Daniels wouldn't have done that to a rich white person, or a rich Hispanic person, or a rich Asian person, or a rich woman, or a rich gay person who had the same money and the same influence as Dame Dash. No, he wouldn't have done that. He would have had their money pronto. He signed the paperwork. I got you. I want to keep my good name with you because you believed in me. But a brother, nah, he just couldn't, he couldn't pass up the opportunity to disrespect that man the way he did. And which is another problem, because some people feel like when black men like Dame approach people like that, oh, we need to calm down. We need to relax. We need to chill. We need to be classy. We need to do it the right way. Well, last time I checked, he got a lawsuit against the man. He even ghosted the lawsuit. That's the very same thing if you do in Hollywood that he wouldn't do in Hollywood to any other type of group I mentioned earlier, because he felt like he'd find his career in shambles, his reputation in ruins. But see, here's the problem. Lee Daniels feels like a lot of, our people in particular, and non-black people in general, if I can use you and screw you over as a black man, I can hide within my group or hide behind another group and have comfort in that group. And then what happens is they get tired of you, they throw you back to your own kind, and then you be waiting on you. But something's wrong with us, right? Plus, we all Dame Dash because even when we handle it legally and classy, people was waiting on the angry black man to snap. See, if Dame would have just hauled off and clocked him, it would have erased everything Lee Daniels did. It would have erased the $2 million that he took, the money he never paid, him ducking Dame, the lawsuit, him going back on the settlement of the lawsuit, all the dirty stuff he did. It's a wash because an angry black man slapped the taste out of a scam artist's mouth. So we're all Dame Dash. People believe we're supposed to just take it on the chin, be the sacrificial lamb, be the martyr, And not to say and Dame has done some some things that in business probably are regrettable, I would say. But at the same time, he doesn't get the credit he deserves either. Even Kanye West back in the day said, he was disloyal to Dame Dash when he chose Jay-Z over Dame, because Dame is the one who saw, who believed in him. So, we're all Dame Dash too. And one thing that Dame and Joe Jackson have in common is they're both visionaries. They both saw something in people and they were able to put themselves behind it and fight for those people and go to bat for those people. But ultimately, people disrespected them and threw them under the bus. But hopefully it doesn't happen to Dame. But see how when people love Joe Jackson now that he's gone, you should have loved him, in the last 50 years when he was here. But we're all Joe Jackson and Dame Dash, because just like other black men who have passed on, that's when people were, I should have did more to show you that I care and I loved you. It's too late now, but you didn't care. We out.